Hi everyone, this is Darren here and welcome to this particular video. I'm going to share with you two more techniques on how you can develop quality content for your plan response segment. Now, the technique I want to share with you right from the start of this particular video is a technique called going from short term to long term. Now, what does it mean? It means that if you see a particular video and the prompt ask you about perhaps home-based learning. What do you think about it? You can talk about or work from home. What do you think about it? You can talk about in the short term, what's the likely impact? Discuss the likely impact. But don't just stop there. Go into the long term. What are some of the long-term usage, long-term impact as well? So short-term to long-term, a very effective method, and you can use it for almost any speech genres, whether it's the persuasive, the informative, the entertaining, the inspirational. For pretty much any topic as well, whether it's on COVID-19, whether it's on political instability, whether it's on legal frameworks, whether it's an increase of GST, so many issues you can always discuss what are the short-term impacts and the long-term ones as well. The next technique is to go from the general over to the specific, or you can do it the other way around. I would recommend going from the general to the specific. Yeah, that is a very effective way to cover. For example, if someone were to ask me, hey Darren, do you think that it's alright to lie? Let's say a simple topic, a simple impromptu topic like this. Do you think it's alright to lie? Now, generally speaking, the overarching rule or the overarching principle, for lack of a better term, is to say that, well, we wouldn't want to lie. We want to speak the truth. Why? Because it builds trust. And trust is a very fragile element. And sometimes when you break trust, it's not a matter of science, like exactly how many seconds it takes to rebuild and repair the trust. It really depends on to whom you are talking about, to whom you have that particular relationship, and then the trust is broken. It may take years, sometimes never even repaired at all. So that's why it's important from the general approach, we should always be truthful. However, there are specific instances and there are specific exceptions where it's alright to lie. White lies, for instance. If someone, for instance, were to be very, very upset, in a depressive state, is going to take his or her life and ask you whether you think I look handsome or look pretty. Now, you can't possibly, even if you feel that the person does not look handsome or pretty, you're not going to just say that, right? What you're going to do is going to be more tactful, going to be more sensitive, because you weigh certain things like the sanctity of life as more important. Then perhaps in those narrow circumstances, it then makes sense for us to tell a white lie. Yeah. Now, that is what we talk about when we say going from the general to the specific. So the various techniques and strategies all help you to develop content that you will be able to share effectively in a 2-minute plan response. Remember, when you plan, think about how you're going to start the presentation, either with a quotation, perhaps with a rhetorical question. Think about how you're going to end the presentation as well. Don't just end abruptly. That's it, finish, I have nothing else to add. When you end, you can end with a summary. When you end, you can end with a quotation. When you end, you can end with a call for action. So these are different ways in which you can end and conclude your presentation. I wish you all the best.